Welcome back to Peach-Gut Creek Farms. I was doing a little bit of cleaning up around here the other day, and I found my gaffs. Now, I don't do a lot of tree climbing, but I do some. I do attempt some. So, found my gaffs, and as you can see, mold. Right. So, I stored them improperly. I've got a lot of mold growing on them. So, I'm going to show you how to disassemble these things, clean them up, and make them look like new again. I've already taken this one apart, so that's the one I'll be treating today. It's dry and ready to be coated. So how we're going to clean it, it's going to be simply lemon juice. And then how I'm going to protect it is deer tallow. Homemade deer tallow. That's leather. What better to treat leather than some kind of animal fat, right? El natural. All right. First thing you do is disassembly. So I'll show you how to disassemble this pair. All right. See this will be your right leg. Okay. Foot goes here. This goes around the front of the calf. So buckle to the outside and this front part on the outside, the front side of your calf. So you simply just unloose this thing, pull it through, set that to the side. All right. You just twist and pull it out. It's that simple. I'll show you how you do your adjustments on your gaffs. Set them up for you. So here, this part's not real bad, but you can see the mold starting to grow up in here, right here, a bit on the inside. The other side wasn't near as bad. That's why I cleaned it beforehand. But now this piece, where it's more natural fibers of the leather, you can see a good bit of mildew on it. Put on the outside. Show that to you one more time. It's hard to get everything on camera, but yeah, there's the mold. And it's hard to believe that mold doesn't show up really well on camera, but hopefully you can see some of that. All right, the first step of this process would be to clean any of the excess off. Probably not good to breathe this, but I mean, it's not a whole lot. So brush that off, brush it off here. You can do that with a brush. Be a good idea to have like a vacuum set up, but I'm not trying to vacuum while trying to shoot a video. All right, so again, that is musty smelling. So either brush or wipe with an older rag. That works just as good as the brush does, really. Get as much of the stuff that you can see on the surface off. What we're going to use the lemon juice for is to kill the stuff that we can't see, stuff that might be growing just under the surface. Man, my table's fighting, I'm sorry. Now, you don't need a whole lot of lemon juice for this. If you're doing a larger piece of leather, then you may need more. Give it a shake. It's always good. And just pour you some out in some form of container. That way you're not tainting the lemon juice, especially if you borrowed it from your wife. Take you any kind of rag, I got these free from Harbor Freight the other day. We're just going to dampen your rag. You don't want to saturate this, but you want to get it clean, right? You want to get enough on it to kill what you can see on the surface and what's underneath the surface. So then you just rub it away. Be good if you had a old toothbrush or something you can get in the nooks and crannies with. That'll make life a little easier. We're just going to rub that down. Get the edges real good because, you know, seen the worst part of this was where this natural fiber was. Right here's the side that you're. See, the worst part was the natural side, but not the slick side. So in these edges are just like that natural side. They're rough, more porous, so therefore mold can grow better, easier on that. All right, and you can go ahead and wipe your straps down as well with this. Wipe those down. I'm not seeing any mold on the straps. All right, we'll set that over there. This strap. All right, we're gonna let those dry. We'll get started on the big part. Just wash all that you can. Get the outside surface first. Get the majority, there's a good bit of mold there. Get the good majority of the outside done. And we'll start coming in here and getting these nooks and crannies. Get up underneath here. Again, there's where your natural fibers are. Will hold a lot of mold and contamination. And you go out on the outside. Natural fibers there. And get the back side. And it's another slick finished piece. And this is really softer too. So just want to get all of that. Get your stitching where all your stitching is. All clean. All right. So that is damp. So right now would not be the greatest time to treat the leather. And like I say, I used just a little bit in that cap. You see I still got a little bit left. All right. So here is the one I cleaned yesterday in preparation for this video. As you can see, it is dry. No mold left on it, no spots anywhere. So we'll make sure that you don't want to be adding the animal fat to You don't want to be adding animal fat to something that's got mold growing on it. I'm not sure the animal fat would make the mold grow, but it probably would. So this right here is deer tallow that I rendered down either last year or year before last. Smells awesome. You get a little bit of that. It's cold out here, so it'll take a little bit to get it moving. We'll just rub it on. Get inside there, get the back side. Get the stitching. May go on easier if it was heated, but I mean, you know, the heat from your hands and the friction of you rubbing it on there will make it go on quite nicely. Up underneath those buckle straps real good. You can start to see the name come back on it. And you just work that in and put as many coats as you feel like it. Kind of wipe off all the excess. Get on everywhere. Leave the roosters back out again. We never had to clip a rooster's wings, but I believe this one we're going to have to. He gets out every day, runs around the yard, want you to put him back up. You put him back up, he gets out again. So, I don't know what his deal is. Now, there is a whole lot of different stuff you can choose to do this process with. Obanolfs. I know a lot of people use a lot of different leather treatments. Me, I've got tallow. I'm going to use it. You can use the neat's foot oil, anything like that. If you were doing this like a pair of boots that you wanted waterproof, or, excuse me, if you're doing this to a pair of boots that you wanted really waterproof after you're done, or a piece of leather that had like a tremendous amount of mold on it, you would want to use something non-organic, more like that snow seal stuff. That would work really good. Again, I don't have any here, so I'm using what I got. Rub it on this side of the leather here. This will help keep these gaffs soft. So, you know, softer gaff means less rub on you while you're in the tree, while you're using them. So, can't beat that. if you're doing a boot, before you did this process, you'd come in here and, restain everything to get your color matching. But these are gaffs. They go in a tree. They rub on a tree all day. We're not really worried about the color. We just want to make sure it's soft. Getting the oil in the leather to protect the leather, keep it from wearing out. The main task. Again, this was heated. If it was a little warmer in here tonight, this would go a lot faster as well. Set the thing over there next to the fire. Don't have a fire going. Set it next to the fire. Get it good and warm. As soon as this tallow touched it, it gets soft and it'd soak in a lot better. And I may still do that on this other set. Just not going to bore y'all with that part. Get those edges real good. I know this tallow smells great to me. It's got like what it's got, what smell it is, but it's good. Can't believe that you just cut it off a deer, render it down, and it's that useful. First time I used this was on a knife sheath. And man, that knife sheath is still just as soft and what's the word? Supple, soft and supple as it can be. And now it's been over a year ago that I treated it. All right. And you see it looks better, soft, slick, no mold. Get the little bottom part, and we'll put these back together. Right here's the most exposed part of the natural side of the leather. I put way too much on there, but it's okay. We'll rub it in there. You literally can't put too much of the tallow on. I mean, cows are fatter than deer, so I'm giving it a little more extra. That piece right there looks like new money. And it feels like it too. I mean, it's just nice. Just difference in leather in that and this. Check that out. I mean, it looks brand new. Really nice. All right, we're going to put these back together. Tomorrow rather, is Thanksgiving. So there's tallow. Stuff smells great. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I will be helping my wife cook for Friendsgiving. So I won't be able to treat the other side yet, but once I get them all treated, I'll put them back together and then show you what they look like. All right, right here is your left boot. Hook to the outside. Goes on like this. Take your strap. Not gonna get twisted. Okay. Come through here. Through there. Go through the loop there. And then your last leather loop. All right. So that one's back together. Looking good. Like I said, we will let the other one dry. We'll come in and tallow it. And then put them back together. Come back, show you how they look. All right, guys. Got the gaffs back together. Some call them gaffs, some call them spurs, some call them spikes. We got them back together. As you can see, they go like that. Dad always told me a funny story when the first time he ever put a set of gaffs on. Old dude gave him a pair. He puts them on like that, right? So, like that. He says, "How's that look?" That dude told him, says, "That's pretty good if you're going to climb a holler tree." So, yeah, they do go like this. So stick around. I got a tree to cut out in the goat fence. It's a dead tree that the goats have killed, so I'm gonna try to climb that thing. If it goes well, you'll see the video. If it don't go well, you're not gonna see the video. If it goes really bad, you may not ever see me again. But y'all stick around Pinch Gut Creek Farms.